Hello good people, my name's Alison and I'm coming to you live from Perth in Western Australia. I have a tutoring centre here called Applied Scholastics Wattle Grove, and I also have an online video business called Alison Tarrant Education. And what they do is they teach children and adults their basics in English and maths. So I'm here today to talk to you about education, and it's once again my question and answer segment. So there was a question that I asked in the last one, and there were a lot of people that did put their comments down, and it was very good advice. But the question actually was, how do you help your child with their homework? So this is a very big subject. I've heard some really homework horror stories. So, well, first of all, if you're the parent where your child comes home and they just get out their books and they start doing their homework and they're finished it in 30 minutes, I just want to let you know that you're one of the lucky parents. You really are. You're one of the lucky parents. So now let's talk about the parents that have a lot of trouble getting their child to do their homework. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to actually get your child to do the homework, hopefully with no screaming in the house and no stress. So I'm just going to tell you what I know, and if you want to, you know, take my advice, that's great. If you don't, that's fine too. So, well, first thing. So your child gets home from school and, you know, everybody's busy. Dad's just probably come home from work. The child might have been at daycare and they come home. Mum's just come home from work. And there's not really much time. You know, every house is busy. Every parent I've ever spoken to, everyone has a busy life. So, but this is something that you can do to relieve the homework stress. So this is what I recommend. First of all, just get calm. Just get calm about the subject. Don't be stressed about it. Don't be stressing yourself and your child by, you know, screaming at them and saying things like, just get out your homework, just do it now, sort of thing. You have to not do that, because what happens when you do that, everybody gets stressed and everybody gets upset. So what I recommend you do, first thing, just put your phone away for a minute. Just get your phone, ignore it, put it on silent, put it to the side. Act like you don't own it anymore just for a short while. And get rid of any electronic equipment, iPads, computer games, television, anything that's going to distract your child from actually doing their homework. Just get rid of it. Because while that's around them and while your phone's there, the homework's just not going to get done. That's really the first thing that you have to do. And then sit down in a spot with your child, in their bedroom, at a desk, at the kitchen table, at a desk, but make sure the environment is calm and it's quiet. Don't have like a TV going on in the background. Don't have noise around them. Homework's actually hard enough as it is. Don't we all think that? It's hard enough to do the homework as it is than to have all these distractions. And then when your child's somewhere where it's distraction free, you don't have your phone, you just sit them down and you calmly say to them, let's get the homework out of your bag. Show me what you got for homework. And then your child will get the homework out, and then it'll be on the table, you know, wherever you're working in the house. And then say to them, okay, show me what you've got for homework. And then it might be in a book, it might be a homework sheet where they actually having to work on a sheet, or they have all the work in a book. So, and then open the book, have a look at the worksheet, and just simply get your child to read the homework out loud. Like if they're doing a maths sheet or an English sheet, just get them to start reading the homework and start trying to understand. They need to understand what the homework is. So it's all calm, it's all nice. They get the homework out and you start having a read of it. And then if the child can do the homework on their own, this is what I recommend. You just have to sit there for, say, 5 or 10 minutes until they get going, until they get started. Just let them get going at it. Let them get started, because the hardest part is getting them to sit down and start it. So if you can get them to do that one thing, they just sit down, they start it, and then you can keep an eye on them then. You know, like if you've got to go and cook your dinner or anything like that. But whatever you do, while they're doing their homework and you're around them, don't get on your phone ghost bagging, because what happens when you do that, they're going to stop doing the homework and it won't get done again. And then 2 hours later, it's going to be another horror story, a horror homework story, because your child just still hasn't done the homework. So just give them a bit of time to do it in peace without anything going on around them, and you'll find that they'll be able to do it a lot faster and they'll be able to concentrate. Now, if the child does start to do the homework and they can't do it, you are going to have to help them. You're actually going to have to look at the homework and help them. Now, I'm talking about young children who need help with their homework. If your child is say in year 8, 9 and 10, the work can get quite difficult at that age. Some parents just don't know how to help their kids at that age. And if a situation is arising like that in your house, well, obviously you need more help from the school, or you may have to hire a tutor or something like that. But I'm talking about the child where they're sitting there and they're doing basic maths, like, 15 plus 23, or they're doing multiplication, they're doing simple stuff that you can help them with. You really just have to take 30 minutes out of your day or out of your night to just sit there calmly and just be calm with them and help them do the homework. The minute you start getting short with them and stressed, and I know it's really hard, right? I've had kids too. They're grown up now. But I went through the same thing, okay? I understand, every one of you parents out there, how hard it is, because you've got all this stuff to do. You've got things that you've got to do, and you've worked all day, and you also want to relax. But if you just sit with them for a short time, calmly helping them with the homework, it's just better for everyone in the house. You'll all be happier. You'll have a happier household if you do that one thing. So that's basically all I have to say. Actually, there are other things I just want to add to this. So if they're doing a worksheet and they're having trouble doing it, and they are in pre-primary, so if they're in years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're just having trouble doing the worksheet, what we do at our tutoring here is, if a child can't do something, like, just got to think of an example. I didn't write any notes for this slide. An example might be circle all the isosceles triangles on the sheet below, right? And your child can't do it. So the problem with that question, because it's a maths question, they don't understand what the word isosceles means. They just don't know what it means. So you're going to have to help them with things like that. And also, it might be they're having trouble with the comprehension. They might be doing a comprehension activity for homework. What you can do is you can go back over their work and you can start looking for words that they don't know the meaning of. Because 9 times out of 10, if a child can't do a worksheet, there's something on the worksheet that they just don't understand. It's you may think it's like a whole paragraph or a whole sentence they don't understand, but it'll just be 1 or 2 words, maybe more words, but it'll just be a word or two that they just don't know. So that's another way to help them with their homework. But first things first, if you've just tuned in right now, get into a space where it's all nice and calm, no electronic equipment, no phones. Get rid of your phone as a parent. Sit them down quietly. Say to them, okay, we're going to do your homework. Get the homework out, be nice and calm, find out what the homework is. Just ask them to say to you, to tell you what the homework is. And then once they've got it out, read it with them, have a look at it. If they can do it on their own, get them started, sit with them for 5 or 10 minutes. And if they can just do it on their own, let them at it. If they need help, you're going to have to sit there for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, giving them a hand. Anyway, that's my advice to you. I know it's a hard thing because, you know, honestly, who wants to do homework after being at school and the parent being at work all day? It's a hard chore, but obviously it has to be done because they're going to learn things at school. They're going to learn things at tutoring if they're going to a tutor, and the homework is an important part because you get to find out if they can actually do the homework, and you get to find out what they're doing at school as well, because some of the parents don't know what the kids are doing at school, I don't think. So the homework is a good way to find out what the kids are doing. Now, that answers that question. Now, the next question that I'm going to ask everybody is this one. Why is it that some children have so much trouble with their English and maths when they hit high school? Why is that the case? Why can they just be doing okay and then they hit years 7 and 8 and it just goes to hell? Let's be honest, it just goes to hell. It gets really difficult for them. So I'm going to answer that in my next live stream. And I hope this live helped, and I hope you had a good day. It's Friday now, so have a great weekend. I will see you next week in the next live. Thank you for watching.